Hey guys, um, it's been a while. I promised myself at the start of the new year that I was going to do more videos and try and be a little bit more open to sharing my thoughts and stuff. And then we had that big storm, Storm Eowyn, and it knocked the power out for like 2 weeks. Um, and then we all ended up sick, and I lost my voice for like 2 weeks. And it's just, yeah, it's been one thing after another. But here I am. I'm back. And I'm excited um, to share, I suppose, what I'm feeling at the moment. I'm excited about what seems to be going on, like energetically. It's this really kind of buzzed kind of feeling. Um, I have been feeling like there are changes going on. There are changes um, on an energetic level. Um, it's been really interesting to kind of observe from like I hear people talking all the time about changes are coming, and people give dates all the time of predicting that the shift is going to happen on this date, or big massive energetic changes on this date. And it's sometimes it gets to the point where you think to yourself, are like, can you really believe this stuff? I mean, I do believe that things are changing, but it's believing when it's going to change and people giving dates. And, the idea of an energetic change soon in the grand scheme of things could be like 200 years away. Um, so I'm always a little bit skeptical, as much as I enjoy listening, and I'm always trying to be open to new ideas and things. I'm always a little bit skeptical about the people who are predicting things. But having said that, um, I am feeling a change that has already happened very, very recently. So, only in the last kind of, I believe it happened while I was ill and I had no voice and I couldn't speak. But I was noticing these feelings of the energy changing around me. And since I've kind of come round from that illness, um, I have noticed a massive change. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just something, it could just be something that I'm feeling, that I'm noticing. But I mean, if you're noticing things too, then I would love to hear about it, because this could just be a me thing. But like I said, I wanted to be more open to sharing things because I think it benefits people. I know it benefits me to listen to people sharing their experiences. Um, so what I'm feeling is this kind of like this excitement, like I said before, this excitement, this like sudden burst of energy, this motivation. And I know, like, part of me is saying, like, well, it's spring now, the sun has finally come out. We don't see the sun very often in Ireland, so the sun comes out and it's great. um Part of me is saying, like, what if that's all it is? It's just spring. I'm just feeling the energy of, like, the rebirth and coming out of hibernation and, all of that kind of stuff. Um, but it's more than that. Like, there is that feeling of, like, I suddenly have this motivation to go outside and, enjoy being outside and doing jobs to tidy up out the garden, and, um going out with the boys, with my kids, and like watching them play outside and stuff. It's lovely. It's been a really nice kind of the last few days, having that sun coming out and the spring energy. But it's something else. It's like the energy that I'm feeling. Like, even, the psychic, the idea of like picking up on people psychically. I would always have this boundary around me. Um, like, I mean, sometimes you pick up things by accident without even meaning to, but like, I would never be in a shop and just tune into people. I wouldn't. That's not something that I would do. I don't need that. um but I'm finding that that boundary is Whereas before it was something that was just kind of unconscious. Like I'd gotten to the point where I didn't even need to think about it. I don't look for other people's energies. And that's that. Um, Whereas now I'm having to kind of more consciously keep it in place, if that makes sense. Like the intuitive side of me, it's like it's a bit stronger. Well, a lot stronger. It's like it's getting stronger, and I'm having to kind of consciously be aware of that, and keep the energy of other people at bay. Um, I'm noticing, people talk about like the matrix or the simulation, which it's a big kind of discussion topic out there. And what I'm noticing is like I believe that like no none of us is ever going to know if we're in a matrix or a simulation or how this works. But I do believe that um we come here, we have a plan, we have lessons to learn, that it's like a school, that we're here for a reason. And then when we're done, we will go back to where we came from, to like source or God or whatever you want to call it. Um, well, what I've been noticing is this, like I can nearly see my higher self. It's like I can see my higher self, like pulling the strings, or like puppets. Like I can nearly see my higher self pulling strings all around me, um, and like I can see how my life flows and how things are coming in and going out, and a little opportunity crops up, or something, whatever it might be. um and I can see how my higher self is orchestrating things, and my guides, and my team. It's like I can see that, which is strange and it's new. Um and then like the energy of putting out an intention. It's like I can see the energy, not that I can see it. It's like it's not of it's really hard to describe. It's like I'm just going to say see. It's like I can see the energy of an intention that I'm putting out, um or feel it, or um and so I know that, let's say I'm putting out an intention for I don't know, something that I want, anything. If I'm putting out an intention, like, oh, I really want to get this thing or a new book, whatever. Oh, I really want to get that book, but I'm not going to get it right now. I'm going to wait, because, we're careful with money and things like that. Um, it's like I can see the energy of that desire. Um, and I can see the energy that I need to put out to match with it. And like, it's crazy. It's really weird. Now, I'm not saying that like I'm going to be like a master manifester, because I still have to learn how to match it, but it's just like I can see it now. Like, oh, that's what that is. And I remember having a download probably like 2 years ago, and it was just this like wave of information that came in, and in this download I did see the energy, which for me, I can't visualize in my head. So if I close my eyes, or eyes open or whatever, I cannot visualize a tree or a dog or whatever. I can't do it. um and so when I get a vision in a download or whatever, I know and I trust that it's from somewhere else. It's from somewhere other than me, because I can't do it myself. So anyway, this download comes in, and in the download I can see the energy, and it's like a shimmery kind of color, maybe even like an opalescent kind of shimmer. um and in the download, I understood, when I saw this energy, I understood, like, oh, that's what it means to match the frequency. Again, it's really difficult to describe this stuff, but it's like I could see this swirling energy, and it's like that energy was a desire for something. Because at the time I did really desire something in particular. Okay, so this is something that, like, I really, really desperately wanted this thing. This was like a visual manifestation of the thing that I wanted, the desire. And in the download, it was like, oh, all I have to do is make my energy look like that energy, and then I'll have it. I'll have the thing that I want. And it just seemed so simple at the time. Um, Now, not long after the download, it was kind of like, it just kind of like seeped away, and that was it. It it didn't feel as strong after that. You know, you kind of like, you have these experiences, and then life moves on. You forget about them. You know, you kind of forget about the significance of this stuff. Well, that's what this feels like. Although I can't see the energy, that's what this feels like. I'm just gonna go and get my dog. I can hear her barking. Yes, she's very clever. She barks to be let in. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling at the moment. And I'm kind of getting used to it, and um, I'm yeah, I'm just kind of navigating through it, and getting used to the feeling of it. And I feel like the smaller things, the smaller intentions, the manifestations, if that's what you want to call them, the smaller things, um, are kind of coming to fruition quicker. Um, Again, I don't know if this is just me or if it's somebody else. Like if other people are feeling this too. Um, but I have noticed that, I'll have this idea pop into my head, or this small desire pop into my head, and it's very quickly being kind of orchestrated into fruition. Um, so yeah, it's an interesting time, um, and I'm having this very very strong feeling. Like, I know I mentioned in a video at the start of the year that um, things are going to change rather quickly. And I feel like there is going to be like mass awakenings, like mass amount of people um, suddenly going through the journey that like I went through nearly 5 years ago. That many of us have gone through this journey of like asking a question, um, and having it lead to another question and another question and another question and another question. And before you know it, you're deep into a spiritual awakening. This learning that there's more to this life than what I have been doing. There's more to life than just going to work to pay the bills. And yeah, I feel like this is something that is going to be um, quite big, and quite soon. Again, I don't want to make any predictions. I don't know what soon is, but I do get this kind of build up feeling, this feeling of a build up of like it's going to be like 100 people trying to get through one doorway at the same time, um, and so this kind of community, this spiritual community, will be kind of flooded. That's what it feels like. So if you're noticing that, I would love to hear about that too. Because I would love to know if there's any kind of validation there. Um, yeah, and that's my update for now. I'm really glad to have my voice back because it was really difficult to not be able to speak. Um, yeah, you don't realize how many opinions you have until you can't share them. Um, yeah, and I hope everybody has a nice day.